Hello, you legendary friends. I'm with the powerhouse Reena Strehle from Perth, Western Australia. How you doing, Reena?
Hello, good morning, Edzia. It's wonderful to be here with you today. It's 33 degrees in beautiful sunny Western Australia.
And Reena, there's something that you and I need to talk about, isn't there?
Absolutely. Today is the day, Edward Zia, that we're going to give you a dry blood test.
And on that point, I decided to wear my red top, so if blood sprays all over me like a horror film, you won't see it.
I'm sure your blood will be beautiful and red and rich, Edward.
What if it's like alien blood and it burns a hole through the floor? People might find out I'm a reptilian or something. No, just kidding.
Well, with all the movies that you watch, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, nothing would surprise me, Ed.
Yeah, weird stuff I watch on YouTube. So I need to stop that. You're right. I got to stop that weird stuff on YouTube I watch.
You do. You tell everyone that we're awesome, but you know what? You're just as awesome.
Bless your heart, Reena. So, Reena, walk us through it to our wonderful fans around the world. What am I about to do? And tell us everything, Reena. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. So, Ed, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a dry blood test by Zinzino.
Nice.
This blood test is going to fly away to Norway to the largest laboratory in the world for fatty acid outputs.
Wow.
What we're really, really interested in is your omega-6 to your omega-3 ratio.
Wow. So there's going to be Norwegians looking at Edward Zia's fatty acids.
Absolutely. But they won't know it's Edward Zia. Because of confidentiality, you will just be a code, Edward Zia.
Man, you've thought of everything, Reena. I'm impressed.
Not me. It's the wonderful company. It's the wonderful company Zinzino. And
Zinzino. Sounds Italian, doesn't it? Sounds very Italian.
It does. It does. It does. Now let's open up that box, Edward Zia.
Okay. Now I've got my Stanley knife in case I need to cut it open, but I don't. So apparently I just need to. I haven't even opened it yet. That's how much of a purist I am.
Yeah. Flip open that lid. Here we go.
Ooh, what's in here? Benefits of using balanced oil, brain, heart, and immune system. Very nice, Reena.
Absolutely. So
and this is what we're seeing during the unboxing.
So in that white box, we've got the blood test. If we could just lift that out. This is exciting, Ed. Fabulous. All right. And then if we could just split the top of the box.
I even bought Mr. Stanley knife. And again, the Stanley knife to open the box, it's not for the blood test, the Stanley knife. Just want to clarify that. It's not going to be getting slashed up on camera like an 80s horror film.
Yeah, we don't want to make people cry, Ed. We want to make it a pleasant experience.
Ah, okay. So it's not Texas Chainsaw Massacre or anything like that.
No. This is all peace and
Western Sydney Persian Chainsaw Massacre. No, okay.
You're doing well, Ed. You're doing well.
There we go. Got it open. I did nick the box a little bit, but here we go. Very nice box, by the way. It's really good. Very premium packaging. So I'll just open her up, I guess.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so we got in there.
So we've got 2 acids, and we've got an antibacterial and a bit of gauze.
Ah, gotcha. I should know that from my Australian Army medical training. How bad of me for not picking that. Getting sloppy in my old age, Reena. Perhaps these balance oils will sharpen my perception.
Very good for the brain, Ed. Very good for the brain.
And I've got what appears to be a envelope, self-addressed to Norway. Yeah, Norway.
Fantastic. You should actually have one in there for Brisbane.
It says Vitas us Forkespin Sparken. I'm sounding German now. I don't know if I'm going to stay out of it. I can't even speak English properly. I've got instructions, which has a Edward Zia stab himself on camera look about it. It's funny.
Be gentle with yourself. Come on.
No,
You're always telling us to be gentle.
For all the bad things I've done in my life, this is part of my redemption. That was a joke, by the way.
A big joke.
I'm punishing myself for the Lord. Oh, what's it got there? What's this? Ash. Cool.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right. So
Huh?
what we're going to do
sorry, I dropped it. And I've got that does not look suspicious at all. A big biohazard thing. So we're not going to have the AFP from Canberra kick down my door, are we? Or that's okay.
that's actually there to preserve your blood.
Ooh, very nice. Let's drop something.
So that's for that purpose.
Okay, so what do we do now, Reena?
In front of you.
Hmm?
We've got everything out in front of you, and if we could maybe have the camera down so we can see what you're doing.
Ooh,
Is that possible?
let me think for a second how I'm going to do that. Can I do the blood test this way, or does my hand have to be on the table?
Yeah, you can do it up high to us. That's fine. That's fine. Now, Ed, tell me something. The first question I have for you today is: have you drunk enough water? Yeah,
I've drunk a lot of water. Yesterday I was drinking a lot of alcohol and coffee. I've been drinking coffee today as well. I think what you said was don't drink any water today, drink lots of coffee. Is that what you said? No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So
right here, I've got my old WeWork cup and I'm chugging the water, getting ready for this.
Always half full. All right.
Yeah, very optimistic. Like Zinzino and like Reena Strehle. It's always looking for the better, like Reena.
Absolutely. And the mantra is all about inspiring change in life. That's what we're all about. So we're going to get on with this blood test now. And the first thing...
I'm obviously procrastinating out of fear. That's pretty obvious. Do you think I think I'm a bit of a chicken. Do you think I'm man enough to do a blood test, or do you think I'll wuss out, Reena?
Look, Ed, one of your famous sayings is, don't be driven by comfort. Be driven by victory.
You're right. I need to look past my own fears and look within and move to that victory line and shove that little pin in my finger and smile. I think I couldn't agree with you more.
That's it. And we can do it. We can make this happen.
Together, we can do this, Reena. Absolutely.
It's amazing, the power of collaboration. So the first thing we need to do is open that little packet, please.
Norwegian.
Yes.
I don't think I know any Norwegians. I know Christine Bell, who's like Danish, but I don't know any Norwegians. So.
They're really nice people. Super cool. So
they're good at skiing. Like, Norway, skiing. They're good at skiing. I don't know, I'm just being Norwegian-ophobic or Norwegian racist. I don't know. So, got the list.
Yeah, awesome. So, Ed, what we need to do is select the finger, your index finger.
So, left hand, I take it. So, index finger. So, it would be this one.
Yeah, let's pick your index finger.
But I won't turn it around because I respect my audience. So, that looks a bit offensive, doesn't it? So, it's not aimed at the audience. We love our fans. So, it's aimed at the wall. It's not aimed at anyone that's watching because you're awesome. All right.
That's it. Now, Ed, you've got the card in there. The card.
This card?
That card, yeah. So, there's a perforated edge. If you could just tear
the card off.
Perforation, that's it. Right, and inside that little bit there, yes, we need to remove that because that's got the little two circles where you'll be dropping your blood onto.
Got it, as well as all over my computer and the floor as well.
So let's put that on the table facing up.
Yeah.
So two little circles facing up.
Yeah, so it's just sitting down on my PC right now. So I got it here.
And that card that says save on it, Ed.
Save on, yes.
Yeah, what I'd like you to do, please, is put the date and your name and your age, weight, and height.
So, all right, just write it on this card here, right?
Yep.
Excellent. So I am 21 years old. I'm approximately 6'4".
In centimetres, please, Ed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. About 195 centimeters, and I'm also 75 kilos. Now it's not true. I'm actually 42, 179, and I weigh about 90 kilos. Yeah. There you go. On the card.
Yep. And today's date, please, Ed, and your name.
And today's date is the 16th of the 1st, 2021. It's the new year, Reena. Hasn't this new year just flown by, Reena?
Absolutely.
All right, and I've got all my details on the card right here.
Wonderful.
Actual reality, not what I wish it to be. So the actual truth, not Ed's ego on the card.
All right, now let's put that card down. And what we need to do is get the little antibacterial.
So this little guy.
That's the one.
So open him up.
Wipe your finger down, please, with that, Ed.
So.
And I'm really pleased that you've drunk a lot of water today. That's a wonderful start.
Yeah. I went up with some of my clients yesterday and they'll buy me margaritas and stuff. So there you go.
Wow.
So by about 4 p.m. I had trouble standing up. There you go. Yeah.
Wipe your fingers so the blood's flowing in there.
I should probably take my watch off. That would be an intelligent thing to do.
Okay.
I'll lose the watch, but I'll keep the wedding ring on because as maximum love to Lassie. So there you go.
She's wonderful, our Lassie.
There she is, actually. See, actually, I'm wearing the same shirt. See, there's Lassie and I. Oh, there she is there too. Lassie's there and there.
She's everywhere. She's amazing.
I think Lassie's an amazing woman.
Love her smile and love her kindness, Ed.
There you go.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is hold the lancet.
So remove the cap.
Remove the cap.
Yeah.
And hold the lancet up to your finger. And on the count of 3, Ed, I'd like you to give yourself a little prick.
A little prick. Are you calling me a little prick or I should give myself a little prick? This is going to be the cut that goes on LinkedIn, by the way. This is going to be the Edwards Year Director's cut. I'm a bit scared, Reena. Like,
all right. So
I'm just checking because you know me, I'm a real scaredy cat and I'm not an assertive guy. I just can't do it. So.
Let me help you. I don't want you to cry. So what I'd like you to do is hold it like that.
I want that tennis player. Who's that guy that goes, I'm like him? Who's that guy?
A great tennis player.
Is that Andre Agassi? I don't know. Or who's the guy that goes, who's that guy? Thank you, Leighton Hewitt. Okay, maybe you should do the countdown. So do I just ram this into my finger like such, do I?
Yes, but what I want you to do, Ed, is just cushion your finger a little bit with your thumb.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's exactly. So you're giving it a little bit of a foundation.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is hold the lancet closer to your finger.
Yeah.
Actually connect it to the skin.
Yeah.
And on the count of 3. Right? And you've had a bee sting, I'm sure, before. It's a very similar feeling. Okay. Are we ready, everyone?
Okay, it's going to be scary.
2, 3.
Oh, it's not that bad. And then just remove it?
Remove it. And I'd like you to drop the blood into the circles. That's it.
On both circles?
On both circles, yes.
Oh, I'm not bleeding much.
So maybe just massage your little finger down, Ed. Like
I don't bleed very much. Oh, here we go. You got to squeeze my finger.
Yes.
Like milking a cow, huh?
That's it.
Except I'm the cow.
Analogy. I like that.
Milking Edward's cow.
Wow.
All right, let's see. Look at that. Looks like a red marker. Man, I don't bleed. Oh, there we go. Oh, I know what I was doing wrong. Okay, so like a cheap horror film, Edward's blood's all over the thing, right?
Oh, well, that's amazing. Turn it around, please, so the viewers can see how it's gone through the paper.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
That's
now I'm bleeding everywhere. Now it's turning into a cheap horror film. Hang on a second. Hence you bought the gauze.
Yes, absolutely. So please stop the bleeding.
Gotcha. So you don't want me to bleed everywhere? You want me to stop it, just to clarify?
Please do. You know, you're a wonderful father and husband.
Yeah, we don't. I'm not an expendable asset. So there you go. So I've got the Edwards Ear card with Edwards Ear's horror film blood all over it. It's not tomato sauce. It's actually real blood, by the way.
Congratulations, Ed. See how easy that was? You stepped out of your comfort zone.
And only because you're there to empower me through it, Reena. It was your empowerment that helped me step through my own limitations and dig within and do that. So power to you, Reena.
Your your mindset. It comes back to your mind and your positive mindset. So what I'd like you to do now, Ed, is put that down to the side. We've got to wait 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll give you instructions on what we do next. But in the meantime, let's bring up the presentation by awesome Adrian.
Yes, so this is the...
LinkedIn friends can see the benefits of Balance Oil.
This is the slide that legendary Reena sent to me before. And did you want me to play the Adrian video? Is that what you're thinking?
Please, yes.
And before I hit play, do you think Adrian's a very sexy young man, Reena?
He's a wonderful man. He's a beautiful father. He's one of the best global coaches that we've got. And he really inspires a lot of people.
Excellent. So hit the play button.
Great. Yes.
Adrian here, online personal trainer and business owner. Today I'm going to share with you why I use Balance Oil for my health and how it helps me to live pain-free. I've used a lot of different supplements over the years and I got tired of it. I didn't know if they were working or not. I came across the concept and I was intrigued by the test system so they could prove that I needed the product. And I could also prove that it would help me with reducing joint pain and inflammation from years of strength training. So it just wasn't my mind playing tricks on me. So I got the test and started using the product. In a period of 6 months, I noticed a significant reduction in joint pain. I noticed better movement and my overall health and recovery from my workouts was improved. I would highly recommend using Balance Oil as part of your daily health and wellness routine.
Oh, wasn't that? That's powerful and hard-hitting.
It's made a difference, a huge difference. And what he's also told me is his recovery after a workout is far better.
Gotcha. This is exciting times we're in, Reena. Exciting times.
Absolutely. And we've really got to focus on our health. I'm noticing a lot of people are making health a key priority, Ed.
Yeah.
Are we able to just have a look at some of those slides, please? I'd like to give our viewers more insight into what this is all about. So Zinzino, our mantra, inspiring change in life.
Oof.
Now, let me take you through this, Ed. Please join me. Walk beside me. So basically, a lot of us have got, thank you, Ed, this is what our cells look like. They're quite unhealthy. 97% of the global population are out of balance. And what this means is that it makes it really hard for our bodies to accept the nutrients in and for the toxins to get out. But in 120 days, the Balance Oil makes a difference. So next slide, please, Ed. Right, so a lot of us are used to eating a lot of processed foods. You know, Ed, a lot of your posts are about the wonderful ice cream, the pies, the pastries.
Burgers,
all that good stuff, and the fries. So we do eat a lot of omega-6, and that's your processed foods. But what we need to be focused on is eating more of the omega-3s, which is your wild-caught fish, your nuts, your avocados. So as I said, you know, 90% of the world is out of balance. And what we want to do is we want to get into balance.
Gotcha.
So science says that we really need to be at a ratio of 3 to 1. That's 3 omega-6 to 1 omega-3. And what we can do is we need to understand what our baseline is. And that's exactly what you've done today, Edzia. We've got to get a baseline figure to understand what Edzia's omega-6 to 3 ratio is. So next slide, please, Ed.
It says there ratio 21 to 1 where you probably are. I'm probably about, I don't know, 285 to 1. So I'm sure I bet you I'm the most imbalanced person on planet Earth. In fact, I bet you I am.
Well, it'll be interesting to share your results, Ed, with everyone.
I will.
So the European Food and Safety Authority tell us the real benefits of taking omega-3. The key things are the fact that it helps our immune system. It helps to maintain our brain cognition. and our heart function. But as you can see, Ed, there are so many more benefits to that. So, you know, people, as I said, you know, recovery after a gym is quite incredible. And it's got a component, the balance oil's got a component of vitamin D in, which a lot of people like.
So, for example, I'm just looking in the box, and I assume it's these wonderful oil bottles.
That's exactly right. The balance,
Good job.
which is very high in EPA, DHA, and polyphenols. So next slide, please, Ed. Okay, we'll just skip this one and the next one.
You know, smart people live healthy. And we all do know that our bodies consist of trillions of cells. And each of those cells has a cell membrane. Now, for that cell membrane to work optimal, it has to have a good balance between omega-6 and omega-3. Now, this is the first step to good health, physical and mental performance, because our cells builds our organs, our skin, and our muscles. Now, you have actually the opportunity to test if your body is working the way it should, according to having a good balance between omega-6 and omega-3. The sad part is that 97%, actually in North America, it's even higher, 99% do not have a good balance between omega-6 and omega-3. Most people are depleted in omega-3, and they have excessive amounts of omega-6 in their body. The good part, however, is that by you introducing the balance concept into your diet, you can safely adjust this ratio, and we will even prove it to you with the second test after 120 days. When I took my first test, I had been a serious and dedicated omega-3 user for a long time, actually for more or less my whole life. I was eating healthy, I was exercising on a daily basis, and I was pretty confident, you know, that my test result would turn out good. And it was such a shock to me, and also a wake-up call, when I realized my poor results. And it really woke me up to see that this concept will become a global megatrend. Because when health conscious people like myself, like you that are watching, realize that the only way you can actually know if what you are eating or what you're supplementing with is working for your body is to test if it works. Of course you want to get tested. And then by introducing the balanced oil in your diet together with the rest of our product portfolio, you have the perfect answer, not just to get a good result on your second test, but actually to get a good result for the rest of your life. The ideal balance between these two is having 3 times more omega-6 than omega-3 in your body. We call this 3-to-1. And when this falls in place, it's like the rest falls in place, like a chain of dominoes. My first test result, well, that was 14.6 to 1. I had 0 in protection. After 120 days, I was down to 1.7 to 1. Suddenly I had 100% in protection. After using the product for 2 months, I noticed an improvement on my skin. Actually, I got rid of some skin issues that I had been struggling with for years. I noticed that my hair and my nails started to grow a lot faster. My recovery after exercise improved drastically, but actually my big result I actually got after being in balance for about a year. You see, one of my things was that I had been struggling with severe headache 3 to 4 times a week for over a decade. And I knew where it came from because it was a sports-induced headache that was caused by tension in upper back and neck. However, after being in balance for 12 months, suddenly that headache just melted away. I can still have a headache, but it's more like 10 times a year and not 3 to 4 times a week. And not having to take all of those painkillers obviously gave me an insane improvement in terms of life quality. So the best thing that I have ever done for my health is to include the balance oil in my diet. It has great short-term effects, but it has incredible and sometimes life-changing long-term effects. So I would strongly recommend you take the test, start to use the product, and retest again after 120 days. Continue to use the product to stay in balance and stay protected for the rest of your life.
And we're on the pathway to a mega success.
Absolutely. I love that, Ed. I love that. Driven by victory with omega-3.
There we go. And these are our, so these are the Norwegians that are going to be analysing my Persian blood.
Absolutely. So, you know, to date, we've done over 600,000 tests globally.
Wow.
Vitas Laboratory, as I said previously, are the largest laboratory to test 11 fatty acid outputs. They're doing a lot of work with Cambridge and the various universities around the world. And the great thing is that they're an independent.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, confidentiality is very important here. But it's all about this disruptive technology, Ed, being able to measure what people are actually taking. Next slide, please. Right, so this is the important part. So you get the report back, and we find that a lot of people are in the red.
I'd be all red. I guarantee it. I'd just be straight red. Guarantee it.
So, you know, we all say go for gold. We have to go for green. That's the objective here, Ed.
Gotcha.
The key things that it talks about is the omega-3 index. We've got to be above 8%. But as you can see, you know, this person here was 3.6%.
Yeah. So this lady really needs to lift her game.
She does, like a lot of other people.
like me. She's. I bet you her results are better than mine. So.
But the key thing here is that the omega-3 is really the building blocks to our cells. So that's what we've got to understand. Next slide, please. Right, this is where we come down to the balance. So the balance between the 6 to 3. And as you can see, this person here, this is Rebecca Newen, 7.5 to 1. And I know that Rebecca was taking a different omega, and she found, you know, even though despite taking that, she was still not on track. She had to be below 3 to 1. So we need to aim to be below 3 to 1. Next slide, please. That balance is so critical. Your protection. So what we're finding, Ed, is there are a lot of people that don't have protection. It's a lifestyle challenges, you know, and these challenges, as we know, are things like cancer, diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, these things. And this person had actually no protection. And as you can see, it's a male, 31 years of age, which is a real concern.
Yeah, so this hot half Asian guy really needs to lift his game.
Next slide, please, Ed. Okay, our cell membrane fluidity. And this is where I talked about the health of the cells.
Yeah.
This is really important so the toxins get out and the good nutrients get in.
Gotcha.
What the balance oil does, Ed, is actually loosens up that cell wall to enable that exchange to happen in 120 days.
Wow.
And we say 120 days because it takes red blood cells 4 months to rejuvenate.
Gotcha.
Slide, please, Ed. Mental strength index. You know, I found that I had a lot of brain fatigue.
Yeah, that's my whole life.
Like you are, you know, in constant Zoom calls.
Yeah.
But this really, really helps, I find, you know, with my mental strength, your ability to focus and concentrate. How often do we pick up the phone and say, oh, who are we supposed to ring? You know, that slight memory lapse. We all have it.
My whole day.
Yep, the whole day. Next slide, please.
Wow.
So, Ed, I'd like to share this with you because this gentleman, you know, as you can see, is 69 years of age. And he had prostate cancer and he had a lot of issues. But as you can see, we've gone for green, and he's certainly gone for green. After 120 days, this is his result. So quite outstanding for a 69-year-old male Australian.
So the 69-year-old man is the leader, the example, the avatar in balance.
Absolutely, absolutely, doing so well. So there's hope for a lot of our elderly.
So there's even hope for me, you think? Do you think I'm beyond redemption, or I can be saved, Reena?
Oh, Ed, you're only 45, you know, you have a great life, you love life. So definitely.
So good. It's great to hear that I'm not beyond redemption.
Balance can save you, Ed.
Okay. Forward to it.
Next slide, please. And this is a key thing. So we want to talk about Dr. Paul Clayton. He's been studying the blue zones for over 40 years, where people eat a high Mediterranean diet and they just age and die. Now, Dr. Paul Clayton sits on the advisory board of Zinzino, and he's written many books. This book, Let Your Food Be Your Pharmaconutrition, and another book, Out of the Fire by Paul Clayton.
Wow.
Play this video, Ed, because it will give people a lot of insight into why balance is so different and its unique selling position.
So when the Danish physiologists Bang and Durberg first went up to Greenland, studied the Inuits, looked at their diet and wondered what was protecting them, they thought that omega-3s were part of this, and they were half right, but totally wrong. Because what protected the Inuits, what creates this anti-inflammatory condition, is the combination of the omega-3s and the fat-soluble polyphenols. It's a binary weapon. And by taking just one of those ingredients, you don't really achieve very much. What balance oil does, it restores those polyphenols. And now you have something that is not really a fish oil, it's more like oily fish. The other oils don't have the polyphenols, they add vitamin E or some other kind of nonsense like that. And it's totally ineffective. It's not the right combination. In nature, you never find these long-chain omega-3s on their own. They're always combined with these lipid-soluble polyphenols. They go together. They lock together. They march in lockstep. And that's what the Zinzino products do. They put them back together. And the combination is so much more effective than the sum of its parts. True synergy.
And Ed, you've had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Paul Clayton.
Yes, he is a powerhouse leader. I love how he takes on the establishment.
He does well. He just speaks the truth, you know.
Yeah, it's tragic that speaking the truth is taking on the establishment, isn't it?
I know you're good at doing that, Ed. You do that pretty well. But, you know, we are who we are. And as long as we do it respectfully, I don't see a problem with it, Ed.
Oh, amen, Reena. Freedom of speech.
Respect. So I'm very excited about doing this dry blood test with you today. And what I'd like to do is now we've got to put that back into the little business card holder.
So take this and
if you could
play it. So
that's it.
place it in the sleeve like such. Oh, don't touch the blood sample.
Awesome. And slide it back in. And that now goes in our little zipper bag.
Yep, in the biohazard bag.
That's it.
So I'm not going to get anyone from Canberra knocking on my door. You promise me?
I promise you. That's it, Ed.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, try and rip it open. You just throw it in there. Oh, yeah. And you place. So here is the suspicious bag, and I place the biosample in the bag. I'm so going to get in trouble for this. So, yes. So I place the biosample in the bag like such.
That's it. And seal it up. And then it goes to the Norwegian envelope.
This goes to Norway.
Goes to Norway.
So it goes to Vitus As, Forken Sparken I Oslo, Gasterlen, Norway. Well, they go skiing. Yeah, skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure if someone's Norwegian, they're going to be really unhappy with me right now. So I'm going to have to. So if you are Norwegian, I'm not racist against you. I just think you're awesome. I just think your language is cool. There you go. So it's in the back. It's perfectly away. So then I just obviously close the envelope.
You do.
Do I have to lick the envelope, or should I would be some pressure apply?
Some pressure, I think, will be just perfectly fine, Ed.
You sure you don't want me to lick it? You sure?
Well, you can if you feel like you might want the taste.
It's Norwegian. It's Norwegian. The taste good. It's Norwegian. I don't know if it's got anything. I know IKEA really well. IKEA as much as all I know about Norway. I know it's Swedish. It's not Norwegian. So there you go. So I have the card to go to Norwegian. Norway, not Norwegian.
Now, Ed, in the box, you should have another envelope that's addressed to Zinzino in Fortitude Valley in Queensland.
I'm going there soon to Fortitude Valley. Oh, let's see. I do too.
The COO of Zinzino APAC is based, our wonderful, awesome leader, Rob Hawkins. That's it. So that Norwegian envelope needs to go into that, please.
So I put it in here.
First.
Then so it's like a vote. I double envelope it. It's like an absentee ballot.
That's a great analogy.
Absolutely. So they'll know if it's been tampered with. There you go. So it's my absentee ballot. There you go.
Well, that's on its way from Ed Sear.
Yeah, absentee ballot. Should I lick this one as well?
Do that. You may as well. You lick
this is
this
must be
the Australian one too.
Australian one. Tastes more dinky dye Australian. There we go. Let's give it a good little close. So there we go. We've got it right here.
That's great, Ed. And if you could please kindly express post that tomorrow to Fortitude Valley. Put your name
I'll do it on Monday.
On Monday. That'll be great. And then it'll catch the plane on Wednesday to Norway.
I got you. Yeah. So I use an express post envelope, pop it in there, and it'll hit Fortitude Valley. I'll express post this on Monday.
So that's going to Robert Hawkins. Thank you so much for doing
You tell Robert Hawkins. I don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's a very handsome son of a gun, that's for sure. But I'll get this post on Monday.
Like you. He looks like you. He's got no hair.
And so you're saying he's sexy as well. He's sexy like me.
Rob Hawkins, you can answer that.
So Rob Hawkins, I suppose he's probably sexier than me, but not by much. Only a little bit sexier than me, Rob Hawkins.
Well, you need to maybe get we need to get the two of you together and let the audience decide.
We could go out for drinks in Fortitude Valley if they open the borders sometime.
Absolutely.
But I will send this on Monday, and honoured, Reena. This is awesome. Got it right here.
Now what we need to do is we need to tell you how much balance oil to take.
Okay.
So what did you say you weighed?
So I weigh 90 kilograms.
90 kilograms, okay. 90 multiplied by 0.15. So I'd like you to take 14 mils, Ed, every night after dinner.
So which product? Are they all the same product?
Same. They're all the same. The little ones are basically just for travel when we were able to travel.
Yeah, travel. What's that? I think the global establishment stopped travel.
But mind you, in saying that, you've been to Melbourne. You've just come back from Melbourne, so
I can't get back in though. I just got in and got out until I said, "We're done with you, Ed. You stay in Sydney and don't you dare come out." That's what they told me.
So Ed, you should have a measuring cup in that box. There should be a measuring cup.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe it's missing. That's all right. Are you able to just measure out 14 mils every night?
Well, so I don't know. I'll have a little bit now, just while we're on camera. So, what does it taste like?
It tastes like olive oil, but with a bit of a orange lemon mint slant to it.
So, can you use dip bread into it?
Yeah, you could, or you could even put a on your dressing at night.
So I'm just going to drink the oil. That'll be funny. So, all right, so let's open this one. I know roughly 14 mils. I'll just estimate, right? So I'm going to open it right now.
Shake it. Yeah.
See, I used to work in a lab once, so that's how you do it. You full inversion, so the meniscus goes to the top. See, I used to work in a lab. I know that. My post-military days. I think I got fired from the lab because I talked too much, and they made me a sales guy. So, like, smells very nice. It has this beautiful orange lemon mint flavor smell. So I'm just going to take, look, I know Rob's going to be pissed at me, but I'm just going to pour a bit in the glass and drink it. Rob's going to go, that's not 14 mils. You didn't do it properly. And he's going to be angry, but tell him I'll give him a big hug and kiss and he'll forgive me. So
he'll look forward to that hug and kiss.
And also too, this is an IKEA glass. So I'm pouring Norwegian oil into a Scandinavian glass.
Fantastic.
So do you have to use an IKEA glass for it to work? Otherwise it won't work. It has to be IKEA. There we go. Yeah.
Most people get a measuring cup there, so okay, wonderful.
Smells good. Beautiful lemon spice. So bottoms up, Reena. Is it bottoms up?
Go.
Oof. It tastes like a very light oil, very light tasting oil.
So it's easy to take.
That would be good to dip bread into it. That's a sort of, you know what I would do? I'm going to buy some bread and do the bread dip thing. That would work well with this. It tastes, you know what it tastes like? You know, you go to an expensive restaurant or cafe and you get the little oil and bread at the start. It tastes like that. So this is definitely dipping bread type of experience. I'm going to do that.
That's fantastic, Ed. And just on that point, Zinzino just acquired one of the largest olive farms in Cyprus. It's the best olive farm. And they are now starting to market an olive oil, which is the best olive oil in the world. There's a limited edition coming out. It's called Revo Balance Oil. And it's great for salad dressings. So this is pure olive oil.
Has a really good aftertaste to it, actually. Deep, rich, beautiful flavour.
Fantastic, Ed. Fantastic. No, it's going to make a huge difference to you. What I'd like you to do, please, is journal the changes that you're experiencing so that we can tell the audience about your journey, about your balance journey.
The journey of Edward and Zinzino with Reena Strehle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll have to circle back to do your second test in 4 months' time. And
I might have hair by then. No, I won't. I'm there. No, I like, once you shave, you can't go back. I like it nice and bald. That sounds good. I'm looking forward to it, Reena.
What you'll have to do, Ed, is probably shave on a more frequent basis because that's what
I shave daily now. I now shave daily.
Wow. Well, you might have to shave twice a day.
Ooh, it's getting a bit extreme there, Reena, but a Persian man's got to do what a Persian man's got to do, Reena.
Absolutely. Well, I love your energy, love your attitude. I love everything you do for our LinkedIn community, Ed. You're an amazing master coach along with your wife.
And didn't you cross, how many followers are you now, Reena?
Oh, I think about 51,000 today.
My God, very few people in the world, and I do mean this, very, very, very few people in the world cross 50,000 followers. Very few.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Well, a lot of it's come down to, your support, your encouragement. From the outset, you've always said to me, Reena, you need to focus on your content. You need to be consistent.
Do videos.
But I also have to acknowledge Adrian Lee, who's really helped me with my LinkedIn strategy. Awesome, Adrian. And without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm also very grateful to my followers. Thank you so much for everything you do. Your support of my posts. I wouldn't be where I am today without my followers and supporters. And
I tell you what, I'm pumped to get out this interview. I'm going to be uploading it right away once I get the recording from the Chinese platform known as Zoom.
Thank you so much, Ed. I really appreciate your time. Have a beautiful weekend. And we'll see you on Monday night.
It's a pleasure. And to our fans watching across the world, make sure you like, share, and comment, and follow the legendary Reena Strehle.
Thank you so much, Edzia. Follow Edzia and Lassie Zia, everyone. They're wonderful people.